Hi there, good morning, everybody. This is Thelma. Um, Lately, I've been talking about our strengths and how our strengths kind of ties into what our definite purpose is in life. You know, how understanding what your areas of strength or what your area of strength is can help you identify what your definite purpose is, what your goal, what special calling you have on your life. And so it occurred to me that in talking about our areas of strength, we also need to identify our weaknesses. Why is that important? For some people, don't acknowledge the fact that they have any kind of weaknesses, or for some people, some people tend to brush them under the rug and just like pretend they don't exist, or try to ignore those weaknesses, or hope that those weaknesses will fix or correct themselves. Again, just like with any situation in life, those methods do not work. And so it's very important that we identify what our weaknesses are, even as we identify what our areas of strength are, because the truth is, whatever your areas of weakness is, it's something that could hinder or stunting or kind of slow the growth of your strengths, your areas of strengths, and slow you from, kind of hinder you from achieving your goal, or achieving your goal within a certain time frame. So for anybody who wants to be successful in life, it's important that you not only identify your strengths, but you also identify your weaknesses. I'll give you a scenario to kind of shed some light on what I'm talking about. Imagine, for example, that your strengths are, like, imagine that you are a garden, right? You're a garden, and your strengths are the flowers, or the seeds, the beautiful things about that garden, right? And the weaknesses are like the weeds. So you have a beautiful garden and you have weeds. If you ignore the weeds, it's not going to not have any impact on the beautiful flowers that you have in your garden, which is your strength. It's going to, suck the life somewhat, choke it, perhaps prevent it from getting enough nutrition, enough, attention that it needs in order to grow as beautifully as it needs to grow. So in some cases, the flowers may still grow, but maybe not as well, as healthily as they should, if that's a word, maybe not as quickly as they should. So a farmer or a gardener knows that it's important to go in and prune those weeds and get rid of the weeds every now and then, get rid of the weeds. But guess what? They cannot do that if they don't know how to identify the weeds. And so therefore, for you to be able to fight your weaknesses, you have to first, just the same way you will sit down in your quiet place and take account of what your areas of strength are to help you figure out what your definite purpose is in life. That's the same way you should sit down in a quiet place somewhere and take account of what your weaknesses are, so that you can address those weaknesses gradually. Lately, as I have begun to do some self-development and, trying to improve myself and trying to develop myself, one of the exercises that I do daily, morning and night and in between, whenever I can, is to read certain affirmations, certain words, because words have power. Words have power. And if you're able to repeat certain words over time, what you're doing is you're creating auto suggestions to your mind that will help your mind activate your faith towards whatever it is that you are desiring. And it will also bring you in unison, it will also unite you, unism, I guess that's the word. It will also unite you with your infinite source and activate your faith to create that circumstance or those things that you desire. And so likewise, in my affirmations, one of the things that I have in there is a definite desire to be able to identify and fight nothing so hard as I fight my own weaknesses. And so daily I am taking stock, I'm addressing what those weaknesses are, and I am challenging myself consciously to fight those weaknesses. And by doing that consistently, I can then activate my faith to help me create the results that I desire. And if you go through my previous blogs, you will understand what I'm talking about. But the main thing that I wanted us to address today is it's very important if you are striving to be successful, if you want to be successful in life, it's very important that you identify your weaknesses even as you identify your strengths, and begin to challenge those weaknesses, begin to work on those weaknesses. One of my biggest weaknesses that I had to fight over time, and I'm still kind of struggling with, but I'm working on sincerely, is procrastination. And ironically, in my career life, in my work, I'm not a procrastinator. I don't like deadlines. And so if you give me a deadline, I want to get it done right now so I don't have to worry about it. But in my personal life, I find myself procrastinating quite a bit. When I want to do something, I will put it off and be like, I'll get around to it. This is for the things that concern me personally. And that's really, really bad, because procrastination, like I've said in the past, is a mental block. It's one of those things that can block you and prevent you from getting or achieving your goals. And so for everybody out there, there's something, even if it is one thing at a time, that you want to identify and fight and work on. We need to be pruning ourselves daily. We need to be pruning ourselves frequently. Identify what your weaknesses are and work on them. In later times, I'll probably be talking about some steps that you can take to help you fight your weaknesses. But I wanted to create more of the consciousness and the awareness that we need to identify our weaknesses on a daily basis, and we need to fight them so that we're not just ignoring them, so that they're not hindering our strengths. Okay, as always, thank you for watching my videos and my blog. I appreciate your feedback, so please put in a comment or a feedback. Tell me what you think. If this message helped you in any kind of way, please share with your family and your friends. And as always, I look forward to talking to you guys again very soon. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.